All right, day has come though when happening later today, a grand opening is going to take place at the new Conway Innovation Center. The technology incubator is already making a big difference in our community.
WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinseth is there live in downtown Conway to explain how. Good morning.
And I'm out here with Michael Roberts, the president, and a very exciting day today. You guys have your ribbon cutting at 4:30.
Yeah, we're very excited. This is sort of the culmination of a long process. We started a number of years ago thinking about how we could do some economic development, technology incubation in the area. We started sort of in this location here 4 months ago, working with some of the entrepreneurs that you'll hear about a little later in the show. You mentioned that the Innovation Center is operated by the 5th T Innovation Group, and people often wonder how we came up with that particular name, the 5th T.
Sure.
And the reason for that is if you look at the economic drivers of the region, they've been timber, turpentine, tobacco, and tourism. So we consider technology to be the 5th T. So that's how we came up with that particular name. What we're planning on doing here is trying to build economic activity in the area. So our main mission is economic development. That's what we're trying to do, to create jobs, generate economic activity for people in the community, and build up the city of Conway.
And how are you actually helping these entrepreneurs? We actually have some go-getters out here this morning. How do you help these people?
Well, what happens is someone will come in off the street with an idea, and we will talk with them about their idea. And to bring in the idea to a product, as you might guess, it's a long process.
Sure.
And in talking with the individuals, what we usually will find that we'll identify various pieces of information that they're missing. It may be that there's aspects of the business plan that need some tweaking. It may be that they need some help on some aspect of technology. So with the partnerships that we've created with Coastal, with Clemson, we can then determine what these parts are that are missing, and then go out and get the expertise and bring it back to help the entrepreneur transition on this pathway from idea to product.
It makes it much more likely for them to be successful.
Exactly, yes. I don't know exactly what the figures are, but if you look at a business that's trying to start up that doesn't have the incubation help, their failure rate is much, much higher than companies that have the help along the way, bringing in the resources that they need. So the whole idea is within 6 to 18 months to have these individuals come in and then have them leave the center as a successful operating business.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And you guys have a nice facility here right in downtown Conway.
Yeah.
And are you always accepting people, entrepreneurs that can see if they qualify for your help?
Yeah, what will happen is that our executive director, Kevin Shea, does most of the screening. And actually, most of the kudos to what we've done so far really go to him, because he's the one who's been working with the people that have come in. But someone will come in and we'll talk with them. And there's some that will come in that maybe their idea isn't well formulated enough. And so we'll give them some homework to go off and say, you need to work on these issues. And then they will then come back and say, okay, I've resolved this issue. What do I need to do next? So the individuals that are working here aren't necessarily here 24/7. They'll be out, doing their thing, doing their homework, gathering information, and then coming back and reporting on what they've done.
Sure, and hopefully launching a very successful business with the help right here.
Yeah.
Back to you.
All right, Amanda Kinseth live downtown Conway, and everyone's invited to go check it out. It's quite a resource for the community, and the ribbon cutting is happening today at 4:30, so it's the official grand opening, although they have been sort of operating for the last few months.
Yeah, and definitely helping a lot of people out in those last couple months,
Yes.
and a lot more to come.
Definitely. Well, as many of you know, Horry County's economy is largely driven by 4 T's: timber, turpentine, tobacco, and tourism. But organizers with a new center in Conway hope to add technology to that list.
WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinseth is live at the Conway Innovation Center in downtown Conway with a look before today's grand opening. Good morning.
I'm here with Kevin, the executive director. Really a great system and way of helping entrepreneurs that you have here. This is a great and exciting thing for downtown Conway.
It is. We're located here on 3rd Avenue in downtown Conway and centered in the city in downtown area because we want the traffic. We want people to be able to see what we're doing and what's available in terms of our services and capabilities. And today we have a number of entrepreneurs that are in here that are working out of the center that we'll speak with later, but it is a great location.
It is, and it's right in the middle of the restaurants and whatnot too. So if they have a meeting and they want to go out for a business lunch, they can do that.
Yeah, and one of the purposes that we had in locating here was to create an environment where people were coming and going and using the amenities of the city. whether it's the restaurants, the local bars, or even the shops. And so we see that traffic increasing as we do our business here in the center. We have 8 offices in the back that are being used by companies in order to formulate their business plans and get their companies lifted off the launch pad. And so that traffic is helpful, and we expect it to be even more helpful as we go forward to the city's growth.
That's really handy. They can actually use the offices here instead of having to rent a space somewhere.
Absolutely. And what they're using the offices for is not only to develop their business, but use the resources that we offer. We work with Clemson University to do a lot of our research, and that involves not only market research, but technical research. And we're also using the resources of HGTC and Coastal Carolina University. So those centers of excellence, if you will, are some of the support that we can provide the merchants and retailers and the companies that we're starting here in the Conway Innovation Center.
And how did all this get started?
Well, it started about 2 years ago. Mike Roberts, who we saw earlier, had a charter to do something for Coastal Carolina University, and I came here as a citizen. And I was very interested to see if we couldn't start something along these lines. So Mike and I teamed up, and we started a work team that looked at alternatives. And one of the charters that I had was to go out and look at other universities and see how they worked with incubators in their communities and their academic centers. And out of that research, we came up with our model, and the model said to do a number of things, one of which was to work with Clemson Technology Villages as a partner. So out of that 1 year worth of work, we ended up with the Conway Innovation Center. That's
great. You've been here in this particular location for about 4 months. You've got your grand opening ribbon cutting today.
We do.
And you already have some entrepreneurs. What are some of the businesses that you've already worked with?
Well, we have in the center right now 4 businesses that are starting, and they range from new companies that have new ideas that are trying to lift their technology into the marketplace commercially. And we have existing businesses that are trying to expand their product line. So we're doing research with iCar, for example, up at Clemson University in one case. In another case, what we're looking at is market research, trying to look around the world, literally at global products, so that we could understand what could be offered from our company here that's starting up out of the Conway Innovation Center. We're looking at licensing product from literally from Europe in one case. In another case, we're looking at taking a pilot and launching it into a commercial environment from an app standpoint. So there's a wide range of activities that we have going on here. So it's pretty exciting.
Very nice. Well, it is exciting for the downtown area and for businesses. Hopefully a lot of successful entrepreneurs come out of this with the help of you guys. And we'll send it back to you guys in Conway.
Sounds great. Amanda Kinseth out there live downtown. We like those chairs they're sitting on. Looks very comfy and inviting.
Yeah, absolutely. A great place to go if you need a little help getting that business underway.
Absolutely. And today's ribbon cutting is at 4:30 if you want to go check it out for yourself.
A grand opening will take place at the new Conway Innovation Center. The technology incubator is already making a big difference in our community.
WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinseth is there live in downtown Conway explaining how. Good morning.
An exciting day today with the ribbon cutting, and I'm talking with a couple entrepreneurs this morning. Now, Todd, tell me a little bit about your success so far and what you've done.
Okay, so we run a website called App Ed Review, to where we review educational apps for teachers, and we provide an original app description and an evaluation of the app and 3 to 5 instructional ideas for how teachers can actually use the apps in their classroom. And right now there's an explosion of tablet devices being purchased by school districts to use with their students in the classroom. And we've tried to provide support for teachers about how to actually find and use the best apps in their classroom with their students in a very quick and efficient manner.
That's great. Coming here has really helped you explode with this business, right?
Right. So my colleague Corey Lee and I have developed this website, and we were having trouble sustaining it, so we came to the business incubator to help us commercialize it, and we needed the business know-how that we've gotten from the Innovation Center so far.
Yeah, really a great place where people can find that. And now, Will, let's talk to you. How has this helped you with your business?
Well, starting a new startup, having resources is absolutely priceless. Having Clemson, Coastal, doing a lot of market research, laboratory research is something that on our own is so difficult to do. And then having CIC with you and able to bounce ideas back and forth is just something that, like I said, as a startup is priceless.
Right, because you've got the idea, and then you know, all that other stuff has to fall into place.
Absolutely.
You've got a really interesting idea. Tell me what it is.
It's a hand drying solution. Essentially what it does, if you're gripping something such as weightlifting, keep your hand dry so where sweat doesn't actually affect the contact that you're picking up. So surety is the biggest thing when you grab something. You want that assurance that when you grab it, you're going to get a good hold onto it.
I like it. Would that help, you know, catch footballs and stuff too?
Absolutely. That's the best part. It opens up the market to everything.
I like it. I'm going to buy that hand cream. I'm
like
going to
that.
be the next player on the Steelers, and you'll see me out there. But really, really a great place out here helping out entrepreneurs, guys.
Not this postseason, you won't, Amanda.
Oh. Doesn't it look like she's on the Shark Tank right now? He's pitching
does.
his idea. We have our own Shark Tank in Conway.
That's exactly right, and they're doing a lot of good. If you want to get out there, check it out, maybe be a part of the ceremony today. That ribbon cutting is at 4:30.
As many of you know, Horry County's economy is largely driven by 4 T's: timber, turpentine, tobacco, and we all know tourism. But organizers with the new center in Conway hope to add technology to that list.
Yeah, the 5 T's. WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinseth is live at the Conway Innovation Center in downtown Conway with a look before today's big grand opening ceremony. Good morning.
Yeah, really a great location here in downtown Conway, and I'm with Kevin. You're the executive director for this, and right now we're in this hallway and talk about this. Are all different offices and a conference center that people can use?
Yeah, in the back of our building, we have 8 offices that can help accommodate businesses that are starting up or need a place to meet. So we have a conference room, we have facilities and support that allow them to do that.
And this is a look at one of these little
Yeah, let's
offices
go in
right
here a second.
Perfect for people so they don't have to necessarily, you know, lease an office or something like that, especially when you're starting up. That's kind of a hard thing to do.
Right, our companies all come in here and have the opportunity to have an office where they can meet either privately with their constituents or can meet with others in the center and collaborate on what their initiatives are. One of the initiatives that we're running at the CIC also is a commitment to the community for social entrepreneurship. And that's our commitment to work with community groups and others that are interested in trying to bring back to the community new resources, education, or other types of applications to improve the performance in their particular communities. The last project we worked on is looking at bringing high technology to address literacy in the pre-K community. So it's a commitment we have. But if you want to be part of the CIC, whether you're a new business or if you're from the community, we welcome you to come in and visit us here in Conway and see if we cannot provide an opportunity for development.
Absolutely, and you know, today is a great time to come check it out for the ribbon cutting, guys.
All right, if you want to check out that ribbon cutting, it's coming up today at 4:30.